position is a really fascinating position. And my bad that I made that mistake, but now, you know, I'm happy I made the mistake because I learned something. So here's the deal. This position, you cannot guess what the end's going to look like. You just can't. You can't guess what the end's going to look like. Like, you just forget it. You're not going to guess what the finish is going to look like. For one thing, black, of course, could make dumb moves along the way, right? And make it tricky, whatever the finish. Like, it could change the sequence. But we're going to try to play good moves for black so that it's a logical sequence, all right? So let's take a look. It is white to move and win. Now, I'm seeing people, somebody gave the move knight to f6 as a move. Black wins? Wow, that would be deep. White's up a knight and black wins. That would be something you couldn't guess. No, white's going to win this position. But white has only one path to victory, at least in the first few moves. Black's going to have to show defense. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to try this move. Single knight mate. Good try, Coolio. Not going to be it. Not going to be it. Good try. You know, you make that good guess right there. It's not going to be a single knight mate. Now, if I told you, should I tell you guys the finish first? No. You'll see the finish. You'll tell me whether or not you thought this could have been the finish. I'm not going to give you, no spoilers at all. No spoilers. All right, here goes the deal. First things first, knight f6 looks like a very logical move, bringing the knight into the fight, you know, preparing to potentially defend these pawns just in case, maybe pick this pawn off just in case, and give it a run. This move does not work for a genius reason, by the way. Genius reason. The genius reason why this move doesn't work is this response, king f5. Chase the knight. Now, this looks dense at first. Like, why are you playing king to f5? Like, I understand you're attacking my knight, but thank you very much for bringing my knight closer to the action. Like, what's the point of this? All right? But knights get caught on specific circuits, and this knight is on a circuit that doesn't help white at all. And this is what black does next. Black plays king g4. A second ago, the king was on f4, backed up, chased the knight to the middle of the board, which sounds too intuitively correct. And now the king shifts. And this is dangerous because now the knight cannot do anything about this pawn dropping off the board. King to d4, king h3, knight to e3. This pawn drops, and that's it. This pawn is too dangerous. The knight's got to do something about this pawn, and there goes the pawn. You got to kill that. We killed that one, and that's it. You could try other variations. It's just not going to work. So let's back this up all the way to the top. All right? From the bottom to the top, now we're here. All right, now, in this position, white must, and I mean must, did I say must? Must play the move, king to d4. Double exclamation mark, only move. Has to bring the king closer, not the knight first. Now this king dare not back up. All right, that's going to just lose. Now, you could play king to f3. All right, like, what are you doing? I'm just going to take your pawns. I mean, if you had white here, you'd be like, my pawns are going to get took. That's what's going to happen. My pawns are going to get took. That's what you're going to think. Except white has a resource. Now the move knight f6 is absolutely correct. Knight f6 on the board. And here's the deal. If you now play king takes f2, we jimmy on over. Here comes the king. Now you can't push your pawn, so you can push this. It doesn't matter which one you push. The knight's going to come back to this square. The king's going to go here. The king's going to take that. The king's going to come back, and you're going to get pushed away. You're already getting pushed away from the pawn. This, give me the pawn, and the pawn's going to become a queen. That's one variation after knight f6. Another variation is king g2. Let's go snack on the h-pawn so we can get a powerful pawn. Problem is, you're never touching that guy. Forget it. Not going to happen. Nope, not for you. Nothing for you. No food for you. If you try to attack the knight, f3, that's it. King comes over. Nada. Okay, no hay nada aquí. So, king to d4. All right, thank you so much, Rare. King to d4. King f3 is not going to work. The knight comes in. So what does black do? Black says, I play the simplest move. I play g4 like any noob would play. I'm just going to trade off the pawns. You will have nothing left. Well, what's this? This looks like a joke. GM, why are you showing us this? This looks like an easy draw. Knight f6, peeps. No draw coming here. Draw pictures. You're going to draw pictures. Don't play g3 now. You want to play g3 now? You could play it if you want. Give us that. What? Check. Oh no, what happened? What happened is you're going to die. King here. Take it. Oh, maybe we'll take the pawn. Oh, maybe you won't. And now king here does nothing because h4 is coming. Thank you, Cheesy. That's it. That's it. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. You're getting schooled. So you can't trade off the pawns after knight to f6. No trades for you. Okay, we saw the little checking action. You know, the little check in the whack. All right, what if we play king f3 then? Right? I mean, come on. Now we do threaten to start pushing things and trying to get the trades off if you're not careful. Or, no, we're not going to take this and let you play this move if your king starts to come close because we know you can protect. But trades look like they're in the offing now. What are you going to do about that? What are you going to do about that? Does knight h4 followed by sacking the knight work after g3? Right now, knight h4 or knight h5 and knight h4. Well, we already looked at the knight h5 line. What does white do now? Are you ready for this? This is the point of the position. The whole reason we're looking at this is this next move. Boom! Give me your pawn. Hello. We're going into the end game. Oh, we're going to be up a pawn in the end game, you say. We're going to go in a pawn in the end game. We're not done. We're not close. We're not done yet. By the way, the first two moves were accurate. King d4, knight f6 had to be played. Now knight g4. Okay. King takes g4, you say. Now your next move is critical. You must play accurately at this moment. You must play the precise move at this moment. All right? The move. The only move. Don't get crazy. The only move in this position to win the game is retreat, king e3. Those of you who said king e4, psych! King e4 is a bad move. King e4 is a bad move. You have to play king to e3 right now. Only way. All right? So now you got your extra pawn. Black says, I'm going to show you why king e4 is a mistake in a second. King h3. I'll take one. You're queening. I'm queening. Okay, f4. Give me that. Okay. Move over. Okay. Well, I'm queening. I know you're queening, but what am I? You queen, I queen. Both of us got queens. What's the biggie? The problem is this game is done. We're going to now employ a very important method that all of you should know, and it's called the zigzag. Ziggy-zow, ziggy-zow. This is what we're going to do right now. The zigzag is on its way. Are you ready for this? We're going to start with a little check action. Well, you got a problem here because if you go to h3, we're going to keep doing this nonsense on you. That's what's going to happen. I'll show you what I mean. If you go here, we're going to wonk, and you got to stay close, or you're going to go here. So whichever one you do, we don't care. I'm going to start with king f1. King f1 is a move. And now check. Ooh, you can't run. Oh, you're trying to run. That's so cute. That's so nice. You just got made it on a stick. Too bad. Okay, so now that means you got to go back the other way. Don't go here. That's my Tutski. Don't do that. Don't be silly. So the only way to play is to go here. And now let's do the ziggies out. Ziggies out. Ziggies out. Let's do the ziggies out. And now that you had to do that, because you can no longer go back here because we already saw that this is the beatdown mate. Now that you have to play king e2, now we get the final move, king to f2. Hello, those of you who know this are like, oh, I saw that from the beginning, Maurice. I saw that from the beginning. I knew that's what was going to happen. Yeah, right. Y'all didn't know that was going to happen. This is the end game that wins, the instructive position that wins the game. The queen has nowhere to go, cannot go here, cannot go here, cannot go anywhere near the king, any checks, all of them fail. And if you leave with the queen trying to get out, then you fall for a little checky and a little mate action, or a little mate. Depends on how you want to do it. It's all on you how you want to do that one. Or if you decided you're going to go the sideways route, well, that's my Tutsuki on a stick. Actually, when you did this, I could have made you on a stick. I just extra move you. So all of it is good. It's all done. Finished. Bye-bye. You could cry, but nobody cares. So this is the position, folks. Let's go back to the top. I'm backing up, backing up. This is the position. That's what's so great about chess. Could you have guessed that this position was going to end in queen versus queen? That's some good stuff. All right, that's some good stuff. This is going to end in queen versus queen, and we're going to have to do the little Jimmy Ziggy Zhao thing and get the, like, that's what you can't tell the direction it's going to go in. King D4 is beastie because you're just going to lose. All right, you're just going to lose. Like here, like don't push. You're going to die. And we're threatening to sack now that we know. But I promised you that I would tell you what was the problem with king to e4, which looked a lot simpler. The problem is, as you can tell, this king e3 is necessary. King e4 doesn't get the job done. Why? Because, give me that. Oh, I'm running. Oops. Oops. Also, king g1 would have worked. Push. Oops. Oops. And we're queening first. Oh, that's so cute. You're in check, son. Your king should never go to e4. E3 was the accurate move, as we saw earlier. Precision chess. That's the end game. Check on h1. Chess is deep. For those of you who don't know, chess is deep. Thank you, Johnny. Chess is deep because of the queening with check. You had to. It looks so natural, right? It looks so natural when you're back here and you said, oh, the opposition. Let's take the opposition. I like that. Plus, I'm going to queen my pawn. Yeah, it's all about me. It's not all about you. Tell him, little Mo, it's not all about you. All right? It's not all about you. It's about what your opponent's going to do as you're doing what you're trying to do. It's about your opponent. You've got to be thinking about them. What's going to happen? What are they trying to do? They're trying to queen this pawn. Obviously, they're trying to queen the pawn. And if the pawn gets all the way to h1, what's it going to do? It's going to check your king. So it's not all about you. You've got to study your opponent's chances as well. I'm going to queen. I see that. I'm going to queen. But hold on a second. What's my opponent doing in the meantime, in the between time? All right? He's going to be playing this, move, and push. Take 6 moves. It takes me 1 plus 5. That's also 6. So on the 6th move, my opponent queens. Let me make sure I'm not sitting on this square where it's going to be checked. By the way, how many of you made it a factoid in your brain that pawn from the 2nd rank gets to the 8th rank in 5 moves exactly? Those are simple facts you want to know. It's like, that's kind of basic, Maurice. Yeah, it's basic. That's why you should know it off the top of your head. It takes 5 moves to queen, all right? It doesn't take 6. You don't go 1, 2. You immediately go 2, and then you start your little 1 action down the board. You got to know these facts about the game because they simplify the calculation process. Notice what I said when I played king here. I said, boom. I didn't go, move my king, then push my pawn, then push him. No, that's called baby amateurish calculation. That's not what strong players do. Strong players, if they can, they clump the moves. They simplify the process, like king inside the square. Boom, you go, okay, you're not inside the square, I'm going to win. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, like the square of a pawn, like this pawn, for example, has a square with the back rank. That's the square. So if a king is trying to catch it and enters the square, it catches the pawn. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Well, this is how we cluster our thinking. We simplify the process by saying, what's the deal? I need to know as many facts about chess as possible. Simple facts like that, so it facilitates my calculation process. That's 1, and that's 5, that's 6. And then it's easy enough to go 1, 2, and then 3 to move out of the way, and then 3 to queen. That's 6 also. So I don't need to go, if I go there, you've seen this in calculation. I go there, he goes there, he or she, they go there. Let's use the they go there. I go there, they go there, I go there. They got to move the king 3. Okay, let's just, they go there, I go there, they go there, I go there, they go there. That one. I queen, they queen, and, oh wait, there's too many arrows. Let me start again. I go there, and they go there, and then I go there, and they go there, and I go there, and they go, and where are they going? Are they going here or here or here? Oh, man, this is confusing. Don't do that to yourself, especially King and Pawn endings. Especially King and Pawn endings. Don't do that to yourself. Just you got a race going, boom, count one side, then count the other. Even if all you did is said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, now you know it's 5. Even if that's all you did, at least count one side and then count the other side and then do the math at the end. Don't do that there and there and there and there and there. No. Unless you have to, because one of their theirs might get in your way. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
If you want to see more of these videos, don't forget to click the subscribe button and please follow me on twitch.tv/GMAshley.